Seth, thanks so much. 6 days now, as many as 1,500 Americans still in the country. How are we going to get them all out? Is it possible?
No, I don't think it's going to be possible to get them all out. I mean, the challenge is the Taliban control all the major roadways. They control all the major cities. And I don't think by the time that the president wants U.S. forces to get out, we'll be able to get all Americans out. So I think this will probably continue for some time, more along the lines of U.S. using clandestine forces to try to get additional ones out.
So big picture, you're talking about ISIS-K at war, at least ideologically, with the Taliban, who control this place that we've just abandoned, an untold number of Americans still there with no way out, nowhere to go, and little hope. That sounds like an unmitigated disaster.
Shep, I don't know that I'd put it any other way. I mean, the challenge is, as the president said, the only major U.S. interest in Afghanistan is to protect the homeland from terrorist groups. If you listen to what they're saying across the globe right now, from West Africa to various places in the Middle East to Afghanistan itself, they are saying Afghanistan is the next jihad. The Soviets left in 1989, and it turned into al-Qaeda. In 2021, the U.S. is now leaving. It's the core place for al-Qaeda right now. We've got Islamic State and other groups there. I mean, that's my concern right now.
The CIA, they tell us, is resuming helicopter missions to get Americans out. They don't say much. It's the CIA. But once the U.S. leaves there, and you've got ISIS-K, who really would like for something awful to happen because they hate the U.S. and they hate the Taliban, this idea that ISIS-K will just sort of let that happen, it seems sort of pipe dreamish.
Yeah, what ISIS-K has shown in the last year or so is that they are willing and able to carry out attacks across Afghanistan. Their numbers have come down a little bit, right. And the reason is the U.S. Special Operations Forces and Afghan commandos have conducted a withering campaign against them, but they're gone now. So I think this relieves a lot of the pressure that ISIS-K has had. It's now able to resurge in eastern Afghanistan and parts of the north, and it's got cell structures in various cities. So I think we're going to see a much more violent Afghanistan, including by groups like ISIS-K.
There's a lot of talk from these Taliban spokespeople, so, playing nice, making like everything's going to be fine, like they're here to govern now and they want international money and all the rest. I was around when all of this began, when they were chopping off heads and leaving bodies in the streets. Who in the world believes that they've changed in any way and that once we're out of there, that they won't do exactly what they did before?
Well, Shep, the reality is the Taliban has controlled areas of Afghanistan recently, this year. And in areas that they've controlled this year, they've been like a 9th century organization. They've brutalized women. They've been involved in human rights abuses. They're obviously undemocratic because you don't elect leaders. They're appointed by God in their view. And it's an extremist Islamic organization. That's the reality.
Seth Jones, thank you. More on this as it comes.